G'day guys and girls, how you going? It's your boy Jaybull 1990 and welcome to my very first mod review. So how you going guys? Today we are reviewing a certain special awesome type of mod, and it's called the animated player mod, sorry I should say, by the Hippo Master 21. This mod, pretty much what it does is it changes the way that your Minecraft character and every other Minecraft character that you see on your screen, it changes the way they move, the way they eat, the way that they function. It's to try to add a little bit more realism to it. I personally believe that this mod will probably be integrated with a lot more different players. It's been reviewed a ton by massive big YouTubers such as people like Sunday, Jerome. I don't think Captain Sparkles did one, but certain guys like that have done some. Plenty of people have done it, and I just wanted to showcase it for you guys, for my subscribers, and show you guys what it is. So you guys are probably looking around right now like, okay, this is a pretty cool map, but what's different? Well, the actual difference is me. Hello there. Do you notice anything different? You can see that my character is actually animated. He's kind of like, I've got a little mouth now, my arms are a little bit bent. Kind of just standing here looking around, I don't really look too different. And that's kind of the point. The difference is when you start to move. I'm going to show you guys through the stages and everything that you can do that kind of outline the differences and what this mod actually does. So, for example, this is what it looks like when you walk. Nothing really too fancy, just a bent arms, bent leg, a little bit of a bobble to it, and you can kind of see if I zoom in with Optifine that my mouth kind of pretty much stays closed the whole entire time. Okay, so now we're going to go to a sprint. Here we go. Now you can see that the sprinting looks a lot more realistic, if you ask me. You can see that you're kind of bobbing to it, you're kind of running, swinging your arms like you normally would, your head looks around and moves and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty fancy, right? Now I want to show you guys what it looks like when you start jumping around. You can see that when you jump, everything just looks so much more realistic. So that's running and jumping. I'll show you guys what it looks like. This is what it looks like when you fly. Flying looks pretty normal. It pretty much just looks like if you were to stand still. You can see my little legs are kicking, all this kind of good stuff. It's crazy. So that's running and jumping pretty much. This is what it looks like when you crouch. And look, dun 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 dun. It's really cool. Like, look how cool it looks when you sneak. And you know, like when you normally play on like servers, like faction server stuff, you're always doing this, like sneaking off the edge. This is what it looks like. It looks like you're actually creeping, like creeping on your kids and your wife. Lock them up. So that's creeping, crouching, sneaking, whatever you want to call it, running and all that kind of good stuff. One thing I wanted to point out is when you're running, you can see that my mouth opens up like you're actually breathing, like you're kind of out of breath kind of thing. I thought that was a really cool feature. I think it's actually quite awesome. Now if your character doesn't have a helmet, like you can see I wear a helmet, you actually have eyebrows and stuff that actually move. It's actually quite insane. I can't showcase that with my skin, but you definitely like have eyebrows and stuff, and they do actually move. So I thought I'd showcase that. That's moving and running. Now we're going to get into a lot more of the more interesting stuff. I think we're going to start with some swimming. So here we are at this little pool that I've made for demonstration. We've got other stuff here, but we're going to get into that in just a second. Look at this. How cool does this look, huh? Dun 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 dun. So guys, swimming is actually probably one of the most coolest things that they've added to this mod. It makes it so much more realistic. So what I wanted to show you first is what it looks like in one block of water. One block of water pretty much just looks like you're walking, but you walk very slowly. You can kind of see that I'm kind of just walking pretty slow as we're compared to being swimming, like in deep water. You can see that your character actually lays down and actually looks like they're swimming. So this is like what it looks like when you bob up and down. In default Minecraft, you're kind of just standing upright in water, which just doesn't look right. This is what it looks like when you're swimming. How cool is that animation look? It actually looks like that you're actually swimming. So when you're swimming around and when you actually kick, you actually move your arms and your legs like you're supposed to when you swim, bobbing up and down. It is so cool. I definitely recommend getting this mod. Everything that you need for this mod, there's going to be 3 links in the description. The first link is going to be to the actual the Minecraft forum. It's going to have all the information you need, anything like Q&As and frequently asked questions like FAQs and stuff are all going to be there. So you're going to check that out. The second link is going to be to the animation API. You need that plugin or that mod to for this mod to work, and then the last link is actually going to be to the mod itself. So if you just go to that web page, you'll be able to follow all the instructions anyway. So the next part, hello Mr. Villager, I want to buy some food. The next thing we're going to talk about is eating. I actually missed something. We're going to get back into that in just a second. Next thing I want to talk about is eating, because eating and drinking is actually something that they've worked on as well, Mr. Villager. So I'm going to show you guys what eating is like, and I'll also show you what certain things like drinking potions are like. Potions are actually pretty sweet. So we're going to go into game mode 0 right here, and I'm going to pull out a steak, if I can find the steak. Where is it? There it is. So nothing really looks too different, right? This is kind of funny. So when you eat steak, watch what happens to my head and my mouth. I'll zoom in so you guys can see it. You ready? Actually, I'll zoom out first. Here we go. I'm not hungry yet, am I? Yes, I am. I'm hungry. So you guys are gonna have to get a good close look at this. I'll zoom in. Now watch this. How cool is that? You can't really see it because the steak gets in the way, but your mouth moves up and down while you chew. It's awesome. I can't actually eat again because I'm not hungry now. But this is going to be, yeah, this is just a bottle of water. This is what it looks like when you drink. It's quite similar actually. How cool is that? You just actually bring the bottle up to your mouth and drink it like you're supposed to. Next, potions are pretty much the exact same. And you get the cool little particle effect. I just think this is really, really cool. They should be adding this into default Minecraft. It's fantastic. So that's what eating and drinking looks like. Let's put all this stuff away. Let's actually remove my inventory because it's actually quite messy. Let's just empty all this out. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is actually putting on some armor and using some weapons. They've actually changed the way that you swing swords, all that kind of stuff. They've actually changed that too, and it's probably one of the stronger highlights of this mod. So let's grab all this stuff, and we'll chuck our armor on as well. Now armor, let's do time set day. Armor is actually it doesn't really actually do anything different. If I put this armor on, I can show you guys. It doesn't actually do anything different, but I suppose with people like me, it affects the way you have helmets. You can kind of see that from behind I look fine, but then if you look to the sides, because my actual player skin has a helmet, it actually affects it. So that's probably only one of the downsides to this mod. There is another downside, but we're going to get to that in just a second. So if you do wear helmets, kind of like how I do, it kind of affects the way that your character looks, but it doesn't really matter. It's not really a massive deal. So that's what armor looks like. We'll actually just get rid of this stuff and put ourselves into game mode 0. Let's just put this on and we'll go to game mode 0. Now, probably one of the biggest things that you will notice when you use this mod is the way that you will interact with your tools and your weapons. So this is what it looks like when you swing your sword. It's actually quite they could probably tweak this animation a little bit because it kind of looks like you're stabbing someone in the neck, like jab, jab, jab. Look at that. It kind of looks like you're gonna walk up to someone in the side of the neck and just jab them right in the neck. It's like maybe we could kill Mr. Villager here. We walk up to him, we're like jab, jab, jab. So it kind of looks like you just run up to someone, you just sucker punch them with a sword, boom. It's really, really cool, really different. Look at that. And blocking actually looks like you're standing still, like come at me, bro. What's up? What do you got? Blocking is pretty sweet. The next thing is the bow animation. The bow animation is actually pretty wicked. So you know how when you actually pull back on a bow, you actually pull your arm back. You know, your elbow actually bends and everything. Well, this does it just like that. Look at that, actually zooms in, and you can see that my left arm, if you guys are looking at it now, it's on the right hand side, my arm actually draws back. I'll zoom in so you guys can see this. You grab it, and it pulls back, and then release. Grab it, pulls back, and release. I can show you guys from this angle. Obviously looking like this isn't gonna look any different at all, but that's the animation for drawing back your bow. Really, really nice. So the only other thing is like using your pickaxes and axes. That's the animation. It's a little bit derpy, but they could probably change that. It kind of just looks like you're slapping someone. Like, no, that's a bad. Same with the axe. The axe is pretty much the exact same thing. All your tools, like your shovels, your hose, and all that kind of stuff, pretty much the exact same thing. Alright guys, so moving on to, don't forget, I haven't forgotten about that. I'm getting to that last because it's one of the flaws, but anyway. So getting on to one of the more cooler parts of the animation is climbing ladders. Now, believe it or not, this is actually probably one of the greatest things about the mod. Have you ever remembered how in Minecraft you kind of just stay stationary and you kind of just float up a ladder? Well, in this, they actually add ladder climbing animations. Look at that. You actually crawl up and down it like your arms and legs are supposed to when you're climbing a real life ladder. It's actually pretty sweet. The only bug that they've kind of got in it, which they can't fix, is when you turn around. So when you turn around, it obviously looks like you're like running, you're doing the Running Man. Dun 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 dun. So they can't really fix that, but still, when you say if you're running past someone and someone runs in front of you and climbs a ladder, you're gonna see that. It adds so much more realism to it. It's absolutely amazing. Really well done. Next thing we're going to talk about is minecarts and boats. That's what we're going to finish off on. Or not finish off on, but that's what's coming after this. So minecarts, they kind of just very similar to default Minecraft. The only difference is that, like, the way that your head looks, it's quite weird. So if we just go into third person just like this, so flying around in your minecart is pretty standard. It's nothing special, nothing spectacular. It's pretty standard if you ask me. I'm in a minecart. Yay! So that's what it looks like when you're in your little minecart. I suppose we can keep that going. Keep going around, do your thing. Now, this is what we're going to talk about next. Talking about getting inside of a boat. This has to be fixed, I think. There's a little weird bug going on where you can ride the boat completely fine. Like, it's not going to derp you out. You're not going to glitch, nothing like that. But look what happens when you look at yourself in third person. Your head goes so weird. I don't know what it is looking at yourself like this. Look at this. Oh, I'm drunk. I'm so drunk. This potion has made me drunk. I don't know what's going on here, but they definitely need to fix that. So, riding your minecarts looks pretty standard. Riding your boats, you're definitely going to notice what people look like. It's pretty insane. So, the last thing I guess I can showcase to you guys, which isn't really that much different, is riding around on a horse. So, as you can see, it adds tiny little subtle details. Like, you can kind of see that my horse, me sitting on this horse, I've got my knees bent. Like, you can see it better from the back end. You can kind of see that my knees are bent, and it kind of just looks just more real. It's not really anything over the top. You're not going to be standing on your horse surfing it or anything like that. Pretty basic stuff, but it just adds so much more realism to Minecraft. I just think it's absolutely amazing. Really well done, except for the couple of bugs. Definitely worth picking it up. I would definitely try this if you guys are looking at it. It's definitely loads of fun. So guys, that's pretty much everything that I can cover in this mod showcase. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Like I said, there are a few bugs like with the boat and the ladder. The ladder thing they can't really fix. The boat thing and like swinging your tools could probably definitely be fixed. But overall, a fantastic mod. I'm most likely going to be using this from now on. Just as normally as if you would use Optifine or anything like that, like Ray's Minimap, Optifine, I'll be using this probably just as much. It's just adds so much more depth and creativity to it. It kind of changes the feel of Minecraft. When you've got a whole entire pack server of everybody running around like this, it just adds a lot more character to Minecraft. So don't forget guys, if you want this mod, check the links in the description. It will take you to the websites on how you can download it, give you a full tutorial pretty much. All you got to do is just read everything on that article page. Any questions that you have, they usually post solutions for it, and they even have video tutorials on how to install it, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to go sneaking off into the night, explore these wastelands, creep around like a true creep, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to check the links in the description, and it should take you to everything that you need. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on this. I'm really trying to get this series off running to a very good start. So if this helped you, or even if you just enjoyed it, please leave a like. It really does help me out. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe, because I am doing these now every single Saturday. It'll be a brand new mod every week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a comment letting me know what you think of this mod and if you're going to try it out. Other than that guys, have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.